He'll be up here starting every week. He'll be having his own show before long. All right, up here on a Friday morning edition, Cooper Come to Live. Back in action. Won't be here next week now. Celebrating my birthday for the whole month from now on out.
There's the true statement.
Joseph Cannon, my favorite city councilman up here. Let's talk about a few things. Let's just get right to the meat of the situation first.
Yes, let's.
Rumor has it, as the song says, you're going to run for mayor coming up next year. Set it straight, Mr. Cannon.
Well, there are some good rumors, and they are rumors. They're not. No.
You are not.
You are right now. You are saying Ronnie Marks is breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Ronnie doing a super job too. But I mean, you're saying you don't want to become Athens' youngest mayor ever.
No, sir. I like making Ronnie mad, and Ronnie likes making me mad. We can't do that. You know, we're not both in there, I guess.
Why are so many people putting your name in the hat? I know state representative first, now the mayor, which election comes up March, I guess.
Well, maybe that's just a compliment.
Next year. So it is a compliment. So are you just want to set rumors aside and say, this ain't going to happen?
Not that he may
I have a lot to do.
Run.
I have a lot of goals on the legislative side of the city of Athens. So I don't know why they would do that, because and nothing against anybody else that does do that. It's just I feel like, I guess my calling politically is to stay a city councilman. Now, in another year, people may decide they don't want me to be, but I hope that we all continue on.
All right. So you were saying that you're not going to.
Yeah, your face just threw me off there. What I was.
Brad was talking.
I'm trying to hear what he's saying, and I can't understand it. So I'm just trying to deal with that and listen to you tell me you're not going to run for mayor.
Now I know how my wife feels when she talks to me and I'm watching TV.
And she's
all right, let's talk about the election Tuesday.
Oh. What
were you were you shocked about the results?
I was surprised by the turnout. That was like a presidential numbers, and it was pretty obvious that when I turned in my ballot, I thought, well, I know where this is going, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm glad it was lopsided, because that sends a message. This is your orders. This is the way you guys go on this, because things still have to be done, and there will be no second guessing. As Harold said the other day, the people have spoken. They have spoken and spoken big. I've got to give Dr. Trey a shout out. The guy put up he told a good story. And I believe everything he said, but he's so passionate about that. And he is a good man. He is. He is. It's really irritating me. I don't get on Facebook because I need to work. Yeah, I understand things got a little ugly on there. And it did, and that's it's real disappointing. There was in my district 850 people voted against it. There were not 850 people going crazy and saying things, and people just used their power to vote, and they sent the message loud and clear. And it was obviously did not. A lot of things didn't have to be said on either side. Both sides were. Yeah, there was no need for it to get that ugly. Yeah, and what irritated me is, I'd go to work. I work over in Huntsville, and people were seeing it in other cities, and it's embarrassing to me. Because I take it personal. At least in Birmingham. Well, oh yeah, that's why I try to say. I was like, hey, did you hear about Birmingham? Come on. But it was sad. It really was sad how ugly it got. And we'll get better. I guess that's the surprising thing about it. Right. Not that the yes and there was a big turnout too, huge turnout. It's just that. As it should always be. Exactly. Yeah. You should see both sides of the issues and make up your own mind. Did it bother you, Joseph, being a city councilman here of the great city of Athens, that so many outsiders outside the city voice so much negativism toward the yes vote? It didn't bother me that they were voicing their concerns. It bothered me outsider in the people that just kind of took it to a different level, and that's just what bothered me, because it almost went nuclear. Like one side tried to balance out the other side with just as extreme, and it's just it's no good for anybody. And because when you get down to it, you got to vote, and that's it. But there was a lot of people. I'm kind of going off of what you're saying. But there was a lot of people that had good reasons. I talked to a lot of intelligent people that explained to me very calmly why they were going to vote yes, why they were going to vote. I know you were too intelligent for my talk. But there was a lot of them. But then there were some people. I saw a guy on the news that said Athens shouldn't be building schools. Washington should.
And that scared the crap out of me. I thought, no, that's not what we want to do. You don't go. That's
It's always great to read the letters to the editor in the Decatur Daily or to the News Courier here and find out people go. Well, let's talk about another big thing that I think you're kind of in. Tell me if I'm wrong, which I rarely am. But and your side on this, because you brought this up 1 or 2 years ago. Sunday sales. Gunnersville just passed it. Albertville just passed it. Coleman. They don't have it yet, but they'll probably get it. Scottsboro just passed, but they just passed Tuesday. That's got to be on the agenda coming up here soon for Athens, Alabama. What do you see for that?
Well, I know that the discussion's getting stronger and stronger, especially because that was one of the big suggestions that came out of people that it's a beautiful cake. That was one of the suggestions that came out of the many suggestions of how to get more revenue. It's not, like, people say it's not enough. They say that, it's $300,000 right now for the revenue that goes to schools. But anybody that says that that's not a lot of money needs to write me a check for $300,000.
All right, I'm glad you brought that point up, because people saying, and this is what I heard a lot during, it said, well, okay, when we voted to go wet, we were told that money would go and support the city school system.
All of that money would go.
I'm working. Yes, ma'am. I see that cake. Joe's Pizzeria. We'll be over in Famous Joe's. I didn't know he could make a cake, but I guess we're going to find out. That's my cake? Okay. Give me about another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we can eat that cake in just a moment, okay? Sorry for the interruption.
Now I owe her money for changing the subject.
But that was the biggest complaint that we heard, that it was just too much money and too much school for the area. That was their complaint. Yes, they agreed that we need new schools. Yes, that it needs renovation. It was just too elaborate for some people, and the price.
Yeah, well, and arguments on the other side is,
you're going to grow.
What's on the inside of that school, what's on the inside of the school is reflected by a beautiful school on the outside.
Right.
Look, I heard my dad and I would talk, and I would tell him right off, because he's obviously, where he sat on this, and
I know, all about that.
I was like, Dad, there's nothing you can tell me that I'm not going to say no. I mean, there's a whole lot of ways to get more revenue, and alcohol, of course, is one of them. And we've talked about all that percentage.
Do you see Athens going 7-day Sunday sales?
I like when you call it 7-day sales better, but
in the future, Rogersville's got 24/6.
Yeah, I see it. I see it happening at some point. And
will you be the one to support it?
I think that it will not just be me. I mean, but yeah, I would support it. Yeah,
all right.
I do.
Bottom line is,
I support it responsibly happening, but I don't want to do any of this where we're going to try to make one set of people happy doing it by this time. It is a moral issue, but it's also a business issue. It's a retail growth issue.
Right.
It's
a lot of drink. Don't drink.
One last question. Did you seriously consider running for mayor?
No, sir. I might one day, but
today.
Ronnie Marks, man, that man.
He's out
when
there.
I'm 71, I hope that I could. I mean, if I take his path, I'll still be running 5Ks. I mean,
Ronnie's done a super job.
He does. I mean, and I'll say right now, we get mad at each other, but
you can
we get along
agree
good.
to disagree.
Yeah.
You can agree to disagree.
All right, Joseph, roll tide.
Roll tide.
Tell your family I said hello. Let's go eat some birthday cake in just a second. Let's take a break. Y'all, hang on.
I'm coming.
Local and loving